Sunday afternoon in an upscale suburb of New Jersey. It's an open house. This $1.4 million home is for sale. But these folks are about to get more than they bargained for. Is a Muslim couple instead.
I noticed that she's wearing a headscarf and things like that. What religion are you?
Muslims.
Muslims, Islam.
Muslims, but we don't have a mosque. No, I don't know that you would be welcome.
What do you mean we would not be welcome?
This woman is so upset by what she hears that she commiserates with another couple, unaware they're also actors working for us.
I mean, this is beyond discriminatory.
But she says nothing to Margot until...
Can I just say to you, do you think I'm wrong in what I'm saying?
You've made them uncomfortable.
The thing is, these people are from a country that blew up the World Trade Center.
They did not blow up the World Trade. They did not blow up the World Center. They didn't. I can't have this discussion with you. Because they look like perfectly normal people to me.
Just minutes later, Margot is at it again.
How are you here? I mean, are you from, you're not obviously not born here in this country.
No, we're from Egypt, originally.
Egypt, I see. So you're not Americans.
This woman's face says it all.
There are Jewish people, and do you get along with Jewish people?
Yes, we get along with Jewish people. We get along with everybody. I'm sorry.
Well, because we don't want to. We really don't want to have problems. You're coming with these foreign languages.
But I speak Arabic, and that's it. I'm sorry.
Well, yes, I know. But and we have terrorists, and what do terrorists speak?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I upset you. Okay, I don't know if I said something wrong.
Have I said something wrong to her?
I'm not going to get involved with this.
That's what she says, but watch what she does.
You're just blowing things out of proportion. I'm trying to look out for you.
You not live next to me? She's saying nobody wants to live next to me.
I would live next to her.
You would live. You wouldn't be worried.
No, I would not. There are all kinds of religions here.
Yeah, but they're not. I mean, yeah, but we're talking.
Everybody goes to their own place to pray.
Exactly.
And they respect each other's religions, and everyone should be treated fairly.
You have tears in your eyes.
Yeah, I just couldn't believe it. To go somewhere and just be, just someone without knowing you, without knowing anything, to just be so against you.
But this man knows what that's like, and he's the next visitor to our home.
I'm noticing your attire, and I'm just wondering, and your accent and things, that you're not American, are you? I'm just wondering if anyone has ever felt uncomfortable in your presence or anything like that.
What she's talking about?
What she said?
I don't know what she's talking about.
Excuse me, can I answer a question or something?
It is a problem because the Arab background, I don't think it makes sense for you to talk to them like that. I have an accent too, as you could see. So yes, I think your conduct is unacceptable. You should get her name, and report her. I would help you. This is unacceptable.
Well, I'm just trying
to. Your conduct is unacceptable, lady. Well, you put your silence for sale. It's for sale for everybody. It's not like there is a list. You cannot check. Oh, you are Arab. You're not welcome here. This is unacceptable.
It turns out Francois Descorbet has himself been a victim of this same kind of discrimination.
What do you say to people who hear this?
They should speak out. They should speak out. There's no doubt of it. They should speak out.
But only a third of the people who overhear Margot's racist remarks confront her directly.
Francois, you're a hero, man. Thank you so much. You're the best.
Hi, my name is Abby Selleck, and this is Megan, and I'm just going to ask her a few questions. Do we have your permission to show this video in our Education 201 class?
Yeah.
Thank you. Were you directly affected by 9/11?
I wasn't directly affected at all. I didn't have family members or anyone who was a fireman or a worker in the trade centers or anything like that, so not personally.
Not really, okay. What are your feelings on the mosque that is planned for Lower Manhattan near Ground Zero?
To my knowledge, I feel that it's really not that big of a deal because it's not right on Ground Zero and it is 2 blocks away. And if you can have like certain churches or any other kinds of buildings along that same road or path, then why should a mosque or a certain religious group not be able to put a building there that isn't just for religious purposes too, I think, to my knowledge. And I mean, America is based on the foundation of religious freedom and equality. So who would do a suicide bombing, right? It's just a lot of racial discrimination.
So do you think because of 9/11, a lot of people think that all Muslims are terrorists?
Not all Muslims, but a great majority. I mean, some people don't have full knowledge of the situation, and they just associate all of the group or anyone who appears or looks like that group, that they're going to perform an act like that.
Okay. As a future educator, how would you deal with these kinds of stereotypes? I know you are a pre-service teacher.
Oh yes, I'm an education major. I guess I would definitely try to take into account kids who would be affected by this, and I know there's going to be a lot of diversity in my classroom, and there's a bunch of different things that happen in our world today that you're going to have to deal with as a teacher, and something like this is just one of those things that you're going to have to take and say, everyone's equal and everyone's diverse, and if they're building a mosque 2 blocks away from a tragedy, then you're just going to have to deal with that in your classroom.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
Hi, my name is Lisa Miller, and this is Megan, and she's going to answer a couple of questions. First, do we have your permission to show this video in our education class?
Yes.
Have you been directly affected by the 9/11 situation?
I didn't know, personally anyone that passed away, but I know that my boyfriend lives downstate, and there were people in his school whose parents were actually killed in the 9/11 attack. So indirectly, I'm affected.
So are you for it or against the mosque being built there? It's being built 2 blocks away from the Ground Zero World Trade Center.
That kind of changed it, because originally I thought that the mosque was going to be built right on Ground Zero, and I feel like nothing should be built there. I think that should just be left a place of remembrance and honoring those who passed away. But 2 blocks away, I feel like that's, it's America, freedom of religion, build what religious sites you want to build.
Okay. Well, how does your opinion regarding what happened on 9/11 affect your thoughts on the mosque?
Personally, I wouldn't look at someone who's Muslim and say, oh, I think you're a terrorist, but I know that is what some, I'd say, intolerant or ignorant people in America would think. So I can understand how people would say that it's not a good idea to be built there, but if you're thinking of, Muslims as being just terrorists, you're going to think that way, but obviously not all Muslims are terrorists, so.
Okay. Do you think Muslims are stereotyped in particular because of 9/11?
Absolutely, yeah, and it's sad. I know that, I've heard about a lot of hate crimes that have gone on because people assume that all Muslims are terrorists.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Lisa Miller, and this is Carol. I'm going to ask her a couple of questions. First, do we have your permission to show this video to our education class?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Were you directly affected by 9/11?
No, I wasn't directly affected, but some of my friends were, but I wasn't. So.
Okay. So what are your feelings on the Muslim mosque that's being built for Lower Manhattan near Ground Zero?
Well, I don't see how it's a problem at all, because our country stands for freedom of religion, so I think that Muslims should be supported in building mosques.
Okay. So why do you feel this way about the mosque?
I don't think 9/11 has anything to do with Muslims or the religion or anything, so I don't know why people would be against it.
Okay. So can you see the other side, the opposing argument to this?
I can definitely see how some people would be more against it, because if they knew someone that was part of 9/11, it would be more of a sensitive subject. So I can see where they're coming from, but at the same time, if someone were to be completely against it, then what are they trying to imply, that all Muslims are terrorists?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hi, my name is Vanessa, and this is Alyssa. Do we have your permission to show this video to our Education 201 class?
Yes.
Were you directly affected by 9/11?
I wasn't directly affected by it, but I knew people that were. So.
What are your feelings on the Muslim mosque that is being planned for Lower Manhattan near Ground Zero?
I think it's a good idea. I support that the Muslims want to do something like that, but maybe not in that particular area.
Mm-hmm. Why do you feel this way about the mosque?
Well, because a lot of people associate the Muslim culture with the attack with 9/11, but even though it's not all Muslims attacked that day, but it kind of affects other people, and like it could upset a lot of people because they know people that died there, and then something is like replacing it.
Right. Can you see the other side of the argument?
I do. I see the other side, and I understand both sides, but I kind of think that they should maybe do it somewhere else and not in that spot.
How does your opinion regarding what happened on 9/11 affect your thoughts on the mosque? I think you basically already said that.
Yeah, I feel like they should just they go through with it, but just not right where the Trade Center buildings are.
Right. Hi, my name is Vanessa, and this is Kim. Do we have your permission to show this video to our Education 201 class?
Yeah.
What are your feelings on the Muslim mosque that is planned for Lower Manhattan near Ground Zero?
I don't really like it. I mean, I kind of feel like it's a slap in the face towards those who died or those who have people that passed away in like the area because of 9/11.
Why do you feel this way about the mosque?
I mean, it's nice to have like a religious building, but not so close to Ground Zero because, like I said, it is like a slap in the face. You know, if they had it maybe in a different location in Manhattan or somewhere, like that would be better. But since it's so close, it just like brings up those like hard feelings. And it's nothing against the Muslim people. It's just that there were Muslim extremists that did knock down the building, so it's just a very sore subject.
Right. Can you see the other side of the argument?
I mean, kind of. I personally know people who've passed away in 9/11, so it is very hard for me to see the other side. But I can see how those who aren't Muslim extremists who would want the mosque, because I know for me, like, if I was Muslim, then I would want something close to where I lived or have that put up in like an area where I could go and pray. But then again, like there are people that were affected by it.
Right. How does your opinion regarding what happened on 9/11 affect your thoughts on the mosque? Well, you basically just explained all of that. How are Muslims stereotyped against in particular because of 9/11?
I feel like a lot of people, especially now, kids that are young who, like we were young when like 9/11 happened, but those who are growing up now, they don't really realize how there are like Muslims in the world that aren't terrorists, because many people assume that they are all terrorists because of what that one group of people did. So I kind of feel like they all have like this judgmental view on it because of what's going on in the news and what's going on in the world today because of 9/11.
Right. As a future educator, how would you deal with these kinds of stereotypes?
Just promote diversity in the classroom, and I guess like work on it and just tell stories of the Muslim culture and how there are extremist Muslims, how there are extremist people of any religion, like Christians, Jewish people, like Hindus, like there's extremists of every religion, and just explain that to the kids and stuff.